As we know, JavaFX was separated from Java 11 so that it's now a separate download. And that's a pain. It's difficult to configure. It's always a lot of trouble. It's easy to make mistakes, and you also have to configure your runtime. Thankfully, just very recently, in fact, March 5th, Gluon released a plugin that solves our problem for us. We can now use Maven to download JavaFX as needed and to run it. So we don't even have to modify the run configuration anymore. Things should be just a lot simpler. So what I'm doing in this video here is just to give you a quick look at how you can change your project over, or if you're doing a new project, how you would go about doing that. So the first thing you're going to do is modify the POM file. So I've got a POM file here, and really all you do is in here in the dependency section, you add OpenJFX, JavaFX-controls, and then 11.0.2. In my case, I think IntelliJ didn't know about 11.02, so what it did is it gave me an option of, I think it was release or just 11. And so I went ahead and did 11.0.2 because that's what they recommend for the on the Gluon site. And then I also added this JavaFX-FXML. This was not listed on the Gluon site, at least on that page, but it does work. So I added both of those. And then down in the plugin section, you add, again, it's the same group. You do the JavaFX Maven plugin. The version number, do go ahead and type in 0.0.1, at least for now. When I did the autocomplete on it, I think it gave me like release and stable or something like that. And that didn't seem to work. It didn't download correctly. So I went ahead and typed in 0.0.1, which is, again, what they have on the website. You do have to put in the full path to your main class, whatever your class is that has the main function in it that you're going to run. In this example application, it's actually, the class is just called main. So you do need to put that in so that Maven knows where to find it. And that's really kind of all you have to do on the POM file. So once you've done that, now you need to go in and let's do in the Maven window, do a run configuration. So in IntelliJ, the way you do that is under plugins, you find exec and then find Java, and you right click that and say that you want to create a project starter. Well, sorry, you want to create a run configuration, and this just happens to be called project starter. So it'll be whatever name it is up here. And then you've got a line right here that starts out with exec Java and then -f pom.xml. So basically it's saying run it and use the pom.xml as configuration. It was recommended in one of the things that I read to go ahead and add compile right here. And what that does is it causes a Maven compile as opposed to a Java or an IntelliJ compile to occur before you run it every time. So we do that, and I've already got one, so I'm not going to add again. And what you get is down here under run configurations, you get this thing that has whatever name you gave it and then an exec. So I can just double click it and it will run the app with no trouble. But I usually want to run from the run menu. And so what you do here is under the run menu, let's go ahead and stop the other version here. So under the run menu, what you do is you select run here, but instead of selecting one of these under main, what you want to do is find the one that's under the Maven symbol here and use it, right? So that's the one that you want to use. And so it runs, as we would expect. But now we have the that choice under the run menu. So as long as you keep saying run up here, just make sure that it says that. If you try to run one of the other ones, like where we would normally run it, which would be like this one up here, main, or probably that one here, at least on my application, it doesn't find everything that it needs to. Okay, but it always finds it if you use the correct Maven one this way. All right, so I'm going to do run under Maven and things should just work. Whoops, sorry, I picked the wrong one. Run here, and Maven. All right, so that's kind of all there is to it. Should make life a lot easier in terms of getting our projects configured and going.